With the upcoming Flashpoint movie which stars the man creating chaos in Hawaii, I thought we'd talk about Supergirl, who will appear in the movie. You see, after her set photos came out, we could see that Flashpoint Supergirl isn't Kara Zor-El, who's had her own movie and TV show. It's not even Linda or Matrix or even Powergirl, but Cir-El, the least known Supergirl, and that's of course who we're talking about, who's only ever appeared in a total of 26 issues. Don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming you if you didn't know who this character was, because I'll be honest, I don't know who Cir-El was until recently, because I never heard of the character. Look, I know I'm a comic book geek, but I don't know everything about everything in DC Comics or Marvel Comics. And since I didn't know until recently, I thought I'd go through an entire comic book history, which is not a lot, with you guys who might have wanted to learn about her. Or maybe you didn't. Either way, I'm going to talk about her anyway. Also, before we do any of that, how do you pronounce her name? Because when the movie comes out, it's going to be clear what her name is. But I don't know how to pronounce it because I've seen multiple pronunciations online. I'm going to stick with Cir-El, which I've been calling her for most of this video. But there's also people who say it's Cir-El or Cir-El. She also goes by Mia or Maya. So I'm going to call her Mia and Cir-El. So are we good with that pronunciation? Overall, the pronunciation of her name probably doesn't really matter because she's still the same character. But I know there's a lot of people who would probably be upset if I mispronounced her name. Just know there's no definitive way to pronounce either of her name because Mia and Maya can be spelled the same way, and Cir-El, Cir-El, and Cir-El can also be spelled the same way because no one in the real world is named Cir-El. Overall, I'm just going to call her Mia and Cir-El, so I hope you're all good with that. Let's start. Cir-El made her first appearance in Superman 10 Cent Adventure Issue 1 in 2003. She would be Superman's daughter from the future or possible future. When Cir-El showed up in Superman comics, she would create tension between Superman and Lois Lane, as Cir-El Bell's Superman's daughter wasn't Lois Lane's. Yes, Superman had a daughter with somebody else. Or did he? Now, Cir-El was oddly convinced Lois was her mother, despite the fact that after doing a DNA scan, it was confirmed she wasn't, but she was still heavily convinced that she was still her mother, even called her such. But she wasn't. This kind of made the readers kind of tell that, yeah, something's up. What's going on with Cir-El? Because she clearly was a little bit delusional. Even though she is technically Superman's daughter, as the DNA scan did confirm that, she isn't Lois Lane's, so whose daughter is she if it's not Lois's? She showed time and time as Supergirl, but it wasn't until Superman issue 199 that it was revealed that Cir-El is actually a creation of Brainiac, and that's why she acts so weirdly. But she's actually Superman's biological daughter, and is from the future, so all that was true. But she claimed that the only reason why she came back was to meet her dad. But the actual reason was because Superman had apparently become evil in the future, and Cir-El wanted to show him what kind of person he actually was. And doing that would change the timeline, meaning she no longer existed. So she would, fade from existence. But strangely, she did return. During a fight with Kryptonians from the multiverse, she should be in a panel. Well, a couple panels. But I suppose it can be presumed that this is just a multiverse Supergirl who just happens to look like Cir-El. Cir-El was a very short-lived character. But in my opinion, I found her to be very interesting. And while I don't think the whole future paradox is needed, I do like the idea of Brainiac playing with Superman's DNA, creating Cir-El. Personality-wise, I found Cir-El to be unique from other Supergirls. Her costume is also very different. But I kind of like it, to be honest. And that's it. What do you think of Cir-El? I personally be up to see her again. Probably not as Superman's future daughter, but I would be up to have her maybe be like a clone, kind of like Superboy, although that could also, yet again, be too similar to Superboy. Either way, I'd be up to see Cir-El again, and we will be getting her in the Flashpoint movie, so she probably will be back into the comics like how a lot of characters usually do. Cyclone's making a comeback, and that's all because of Black Adam, and Peacemaker is making a comeback, and it's all because of the Suicide Squad. So Cir-El is possibly coming back to DC Comics as well. Anyways, like always, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!